everyone here did not get the score. Bring up your food.
Caught me by surprise there talking to someone else. I bet that's happened in your classroom when your teacher's ready to get class started. You're talking to somebody across the aisle. One of your senior year at Saddleback High School. Some of you are new faces or were new last year, but many are most of you were freshmen on. And I have to say that you're an exciting class. Win or lose, we're the best anyway. Now,
Amen.
as seniors, I want you not just think about the team effort at Saddleback High School, but we're famous for our school spirit and hanging together. You're going for one of the academies or whatever it is. And that doesn't mean just simply graduating. That means that you do your very best. Each and every class, every assignment, so that you will have the grades it's going to take to do what you want to do. And then it will happen for you. You're on that path to success, and let's keep it there. Okay? And finally, I want to say and thank you for upholding the tradition of Saddleback High School, which is respecting yourselves and respecting your fellow classmates. We could not have made it to this point with this kind of a senior class if you did not respect yourself. That means knowing what you can do and going for it, being the very best.
Good news and bad news. The good news is Mr. Williams is not going to be here to talk to you this morning. Entered school this year in your registration packet. Part of your registration packet was signing the rules and regulations of the school. Included in that was the student code of conduct that is expected of you. There are 13 items on there that you have to live by and that you're responsible for. They're in you're in your student handbook 2 places intentionally. We put it in there twice, on page 24 and on page 27. How many of you did not get a student handbook? If you didn't get one, you come by and pick one up from me or Mr. Williams after school. They were given out to you in your English classes. The items on the student code of conduct, if you violate any of those, you can be either suspended or in certain situations even expelled from school. There are times, and there have been times, where a student gets down to a senior year, or her senior year, and does something that is not very smart, and winds up being expelled from school. That would be the biggest crime that could happen to any one of you that is sitting up here right now. Don't get yourself into that situation. As you know, and as you've heard from the schools, from probably kindergarten on up now, if you've been in the Santa Ana schools or any other schools, unfortunately, is that if you are in possession of any kinds of drugs, alcohol, weapons, the recommendation will be for expulsion, and you will be arrested by the police department. Okay? Do not get yourself into that situation where this is going to happen to you. Those 13 items include the suspension and the expulsion policy. You are responsible to know.
And I will be distributing these for each and every senior, hopefully during this week or the first part of next week. The information in here covers all the scholarships that were available last school year. And we anticipate that the scholarships will still be available this year and be coming in during the months that are designated. I will at the same time be handing out for the first time the scholarship timeline. This will show you when the deadlines are, and it will be published monthly. The first time I bring it out, I will come with this. Office like I'm not in office right now. If someone was trying to get help from me, because this is the year it is. The scholarships now that are available are very often for schools that are 4 years in length. However, I want to make clear to you that there are...
One of the great things about this school is I've felt very welcome and very helped. Mrs. Rowe and Mrs. Mitchell and the other counselors have really helped me quite a bit. So I'm pleased to be here.
Memories for you. And I've enjoyed this class perhaps more than any high school class I've been associated with. You're a good group. You're good around. Make sure you know what your grade point average is. At this time of your life, perhaps the three numbers that mean the most to you as far as your future is your GPA. Is it a 2.10 or is it a 3.10? That can make the difference in earning some valuable scholarships. Be aware. Talk to your counselor. Check on it. Check on the sheet that will be good. Make sure that as the months go along, you don't just change the class and throw a book down on a teacher's desk and say, there it is, I'm taking care of it. Make sure you work with that teacher to get your name removed from the textbook for speaking. Otherwise, your name appears on the textbook list, you have a fine, you don't get your diploma. We wouldn't want that. It's going to be a good year. It started off well, it's going to get better. But it's teamwork, it's the counselors, the administrators, the classified staff.
Class of 91 is here. Looking out over your faces, many of you, we suffered through a lot of things for 4 years, and we struggled through a lot of things for 4 years, and some of you have been here for 3 years, some of you might be your first year. But as you look around, this is 550 students in the senior class. One thing, it's going to be tragic, it's going to be sad if we only give out 549 diplomas.
Poor kid.
So do what you have to do and get the job done. I'm going to ask your help in a couple of things. First of all, help some of these guys with their grades. If you recall, last year we had to cancel and suspend assemblies for about a month and a half, almost 2 months. And it was unfortunate because you enjoy assemblies and you get in and you get involved in assemblies, and assemblies are a fun part and a very important part of your social growth here at Saddleback. And the reason that we had to suspend the assemblies...
Get out!
The other thing is, if you look, we've got enough room to put in the 2 assemblies that we have, to put all of the senior class over in the senior section. And we want you over in that section, really raising the roof in the fifth assembly. Now here's what's going to happen. Some little freshman is going to come along and say, oh, I think I'll sit down, thank you. And just, hey, be kind with him, say, excuse me, you're a freshman. They all meet out in the middle of Flower Street. No, help them out. Hey, they belong over in that section and you can help them out and make the assemblies work. Listen, I realize that lockers don't mean very much to you, but they're a responsibility of somebody, and they've got to take care of them, so you help us out in that respect. If you have
America's Most
an
Wanted
ASB card, then you're one of the fortunate few. ASB cards will be on sale for $15 the rest of this week. At the end of this week, they go up there and they're ready to go after it. I'm just talking about the fall sports that we're in right now. The girls' tennis team, undefeated so far. The cross country has been cranking for the last 2 weekends, and they're running at Corona Del Mar on Thursday, and then again, they're running this weekend at Dana Hills. And then, of course, in the fall sports, we also have our outstanding football team that's been cranking and really getting We need you, if you're not participating in any of those activities, we need you to support it by being involved in the band or other activities. And then right after that come the spring sports, which we'll talk about later. And then here comes, here comes basketball, here comes soccer. We're on our way there. Get involved. Become a part of it and get some things pulled together. I want to mention to you, homecoming is scheduled for November the 9th. We will have several alumni on campus, and we want them to take great pride, and we want you to take pride.
This Wednesday is a very special day. It's an opportunity for your parents